Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. Welcome to ACC106 lecture series for number 10, and this video is to explain on the topic of bank reconciliation statement, whereby this is the last topic of this semester. And first of all, I'd like to introduce to you what is actually bank reconciliations all about. Most businesses usually maintain a current account where this current account they will save the money, and usually the current account is best for them to control the cash, because for cash in hand is very difficult to control, because it's subject to the risk of missing of cash. So we use a current account because the current account will provide the facility that we call checks. So the checks actually represent the money in the bank. So if we write the checks will be paid to the person that we wrote on the checks. And usually the bank that we have a current account with, they will provide us with a bank statement every month. So from the bank statement we will see the activities or the transactions, inflows and outflows of our cash money from the bank account. And the bank statement will be sent monthly, so sometimes we receive a bit late, probably at the 5th of the month or the 6th of the month, but the statement is actually will display the data of the month before. And in the statement is actually records what the money has been received and what are the payments that we made by issuing the checks. So it more or less in a bank ledgers. And our records of receipt and payments, we write them in the bank account, or we can say some of the businesses prefer a cash book. So we actually compare the bank statement that has been sent by the bank and our bank account that we prepared in the office. So normally the balances in the ending balance of bank statements are not the same with the ending balance of our bank account. So we need to update the ending balance to explain why there are differences of the ending balance between the bank statement ending balance and the bank account ending balance. So we need to find out why they are not the same, because you cannot just blame the bank that they wrongly record of our bank account. So there are the reasons for the differences. So we need to prepare the bank reconciliation statement is to identify what are the possible causes of the difference, meaning that we need to explain why the ending balance of bank statement is not the same with the ending balance of our bank account that we prepared on our own in the office. And we need to find out the causes, and we need to adjust it so that our balance of bank account that we prepared will be the same as the bank statement ending balance. That's why we prepare the bank reconciliation statement. Okay, let's have a look. What are the checks? Is actually the data on the check itself. All the checks in Malaysia are crossed, meaning that you cannot cash out. I mean, change this check over the counter of the bank for the cash money. When it says crossed, you need to bank in the check into your bank account. You need to wait for them to clear off. Then you will have the cash money in your bank account. And the name of the bank up there on the left corner, the top left corner, is the drawer bank. Means that which bank that will pay you, if, even though your bank account is Bank Simpanan Nasional. So you send this CIMB check to your account in Bank Simpanan Nasional. So Bank Simpanan Nasional will contact the CIMB bank for the payment because the checks belongs to CIMB bank. That is the drawer bank, the bank that would pay to your bank. And this is the branch, the below there, the informations of which branch that the account belong to. I mean, the one who pay you, which branch of the account located. And this is the check number. Always remember, do not fold your check that could disturb the number below here, because this is the computer readable items, so you shouldn't disturb any of it. I mean, do not damage it, because nowadays the bank will only scan them. So once it's scanned, this is the check number that they will refer to, and this is the branch code number, meaning which the branch that will pay, they will take out the money from the account. This is the drawer's account number, the one who would pay you, so the bank will know which account to be extract the money from. And this is the date of the check. It's very important to know aware of the date of the check, because normally check will only will be valid for 3 months, or sometimes 6 months, but normally 3 months. So make sure that you do not miss the expiry date. This is the drawer name, the one who pay you, and this is the payee or the drawee, the one who will receive the money. Very important that you write the name correctly, the name with the same bank account name, otherwise the check will be rejected. And some checks need 2 signatory and some don't. Depends on their security level. And the causes for differences, first of all, most probably you have a business error that has been made by the staff of your businesses, so such as incorrect entries, incorrect date, or incorrect amount. So you need to identify which are the error that made by your staff. And sometimes there is a bank error, which is very rarely you have an error, but it's not impossible. Sometimes they do, but they would rectify the error immediately or the day after. They do not wait a long time once they find out the error. there is a possibility of dishonest check. A dishonest check can be due to insufficient amount of the drawer. Means that the one who paid you, they do not have enough money in their bank account, so the checks will be returned to the drawer. Means that you will not receive the money. And sometimes this on the check can be presented too early, or it passed their validity period, the expired date, so the checks will not be cleared. And sometimes it can be written because it's not properly written on the signature or the dates or the amount of it. And then can be the amount and the wordings is not the same, so they need to return it to you. Those are we call dishonest check. Other reason is uncredited checks. Means that the checks are received by the firm, recorded in the bank account. We receive the check in our office, so we record in our books. Then we send the check to the bank. You put it in the check deposit machines, but it will take time for the bank to clear off the check. So in your bank statement probably not appear because the check is not cleared yet. So this is we call uncredited checks. The unpresented checks means that we already sent the check to the third party, the one who we want to pay. Let's say we want to pay supplier A. So we send the check to supplier A, and supplier A probably too busy to go to the bank to deposit the check. So it takes time for them to send the check to the bank. So we already record that check issued in our bank account, in our bank ledgers. So since supplier A has yet to present the check to the bank, so the bank does not know that we already issued that particular check. So this check will not appear in our bank statement, but it's already recorded in our bank account. Another reason is a standing order, or in Malaysia we call standing instructions, where we instruct the bank to make a payment, usually a fixed amount on our behalf. And there is we can fix the expiry time, means that when we should stop these standing instructions. So usually we are the one who will fill in the form of the standing instruction, instructing the bank what amount to pay to whom, on which particular date, and so on. So any dispute on the payment of standing instruction must be dealt with the bank, because it's our relations, our business to the bank. So anything, any error should be dealt directly to the bank. However, for direct debit, it's more or less the same with the standing instructions. It also requests the bank to make payment on our behalf. However, the amount of payment usually do not have a fixed amount. The direct debit can use can be different amount every month. For example, your internet bills or your electricity bills, because the amount is not the same every month. So our third party, for example, the Tenaga Nasional Berhad will send an invoice to the bank, and since we already agreed to pay using facility of direct debit, so when the TNB send the invoice to the bank, and the bank will pay any amount requested by the TNB, the bank will not contact us whether to pay or not. They don't. So the bank will pay as has been asked by the third party, for example, just now, a TNB. So they will pay at any amount they requested. So any dispute on the amount you pay must be dealt with the third party. Let's say the amount is too high, so you should go to the TNB and asking why the bill is so high. You cannot blame the bank paying so a lot of money, because the bank only instructed to pay at any amount billed or invoiced by the TNB. Well, sometimes it's a bit hassle, because we forgot to look on the bill by the TNB that sent to us. Sometimes they contain error and we do not aware of it. Next is a credit transfer. Bank will receive on our behalf a remittance payment from outside party. For example, a customer will transfer money for the payment of their debt, and sometimes we do not aware that this credit transfer, it will appear in our bank statement, and we do not aware of it, so we do not record it in our cash book or bank account. And the credit transfer nowadays is a very varieties in the forms of it. It can be on the electronic funds transfer. It's online transfer, or online banking, or mobile banking. And we also can transfer using a cash deposit machine, automated teller machines, and now the newest one is using QR code. So the credit transfer is a haywire, messy transactions that sometimes can be a tedious work to trace out who paid or who made the credit transfer. The next reason is possibility of bank charging us a certain amount that we do not aware of it. For example, we are asking for a transfer to transfer payment to the supplier. It will be charged in our bank account, so that we're not aware of. The same goes with picking up a new checkbook. The check usually costs you, one check probably cost you 80 cents or 70 cents. So one book can be probably will be charged at 15 ringgit or 25 ringgit, and it will be directly debited into your bank statement. So we do not are aware of this kind of payment that we made to the bank. These error corrections, there are some tips for you when we do the bank reconciliations. These are the tips for you when we do the error correction. We will discuss it again when we do the exercise later. Okay, first of all, whenever there is an understated or less amount has been recorded. So you need to slash the amount and put the difference figure. If overstated recorded amount, you need to move the record from debit side or add side to the less side, from debit to credit or credit to debit. So you move the place of the record, and using the difference figure. For error of principles means that an error of, for example, receipt become payment or payment become the receipts. So you need to slash the amount and double up the figure. And if the bank error means that it over recorded or under recorded, so you need to move it from the credit side, or if less you move it to the less or the opposite side of the bank statement. Let's say you over received the money, so you need to put them on the less amount. You might be confusing on the error correction. Never mind. We will look into on the example on how to do the bank reconciliations. Okay, let's look for the example how to do actually on the bank reconciliations. So let's say you are given a bank statement. So you can see the title over here, bank statement. Okay, the bank statement, you have the data on the date. The particular is what are the activities or the transactions are, and the details usually contains the check number or the reference number of the transactions. Debits in the bank statement, debits mean cash outflow, a payment taken out from your account. Credit side mean the money received in the bank account, because the bank statement is recorded by the bank, not by us, but the bank will record it. So it's a bit different. Debits mean the money outflow, okay, and the credit side means that the money inflow, duit masuk, debits duit keluar. This is for the bank statement. Bank statement is a bit different on the debits and the credit sides. Okay, and we have the column of balance. Okay, you can see that the ending balance in these questions is 33579. This is the ending balance of the bank statement. If you compare with the ending balance of bank account that we prepare in our office, it's different. Here, 33, the bank statement shows that 33,579, but our bank account shows that we have ending balance of 40,520. It's a major difference, right? So this is why we need to prepare the bank reconciliation statement. So bank reconciliations will explain why there is a difference between these two. Okay. Now, the first when we want to do the bank reconciliation is to compare between the records of bank statement and the records of bank account. Okay, let's do step by step. Okay, first we compare the debit column, means that the money taken out from our bank account recorded by the bank. So compare debit side of bank statement with the credit side. Okay. Oops, sorry. Debit side of bank statement and the credit side of the bank account. You need to compare these two. Okay, so look on which item or which figure is the same. For example, 1 to 4, and we can see that in the bank account also have 1 to 4, and we can confirm that it is the same check because the number of the checks is 21, the same with the data in the bank statement 830021, so it's the same. So once it's the same, you can cross them out. So because we do not need to look for the differences because it's already the same. Okay, let's have a look on the 850. Okay, there is no 850 in the credit side of the bank account. 1520, still no. 2970, we have 2970. We have here the same amount, and we checked, okay, double check with the check number, the same 22. So this one need to be crossed out because it's the same. Okay, next 1160. Okay, we found the same amount, 1160. Double confirm with the check number is 24 in the bank account and 24 also in the bank statement, so the same. So we need to cross them out. Next, 106, no, there is no number of 106 here. 1200, no. 1500, still no. 2030, still no. And 1130, still do not have that amount. Okay, done comparing debits items in the bank statement with the credit items of the bank account. Now move on to the credit side of bank statement with the amount of debit side of the bank account. Please ignore the balance because it's not a transaction, it's just a balance. Okay, so first we look into the 75 amount. No, there is no 75 on the debit side of bank account. 2260, no, there is no. 940, okay, none of it also. 2810, okay, 2810, I saw 2810. Double check. The number of the check number is PSN 31256, the same, so you can cross them out. You need to cross both, yeah, in the bank statement and also in the bank account. Okay, there are no left figure to be compared to. So now, after you have selected the same figure, you need to open up the adjusted bank account and also bank reconciliations format. Okay, after the comparison, the amount, so we need to open up the adjusted bank account and also bank reconciliation statement. So yes, first of all, we look into the adjusted bank account first. So for doing the adjusted bank account, first of all, look into the bank account. So the balance here, the balance of bank accounts is 40, the ending balance, yeah. So the ending balance of the bank account is 4520. So you must put here the ending balance, you can put CD, but it's actually, you need to put the balance PD, but you must take the ending balance of the bank account, the ending balance, baki terakhir, on the date of 31st or 30th of the month, the ending balance. So 4520, this is the amount that we get from the questions, the ending balance of bank account. That is the only data that you will take from the bank account. And the next data, you do not look at the bank account anymore. You only will be focused on the data from bank statement. Okay, do not look the bank account anymore, because we want to do the adjusted bank account. So you need to transfer the data from the bank statement, data that we bank account not recorded yet, but has been recorded by the bank statement. Okay, so we look into the amount that has not been slashed yet. For example, the amount of 850 here, the EFT. Okay, debits means that cash outflow, duit keluar. So cash outflow must be recorded on the credit side of the bank account. So you will put here the data EFT. Just take the particulars EFT. Since EFT do not have any details, so you do not put any details. So put the amount 850. Okay, the next amount that has not been slashed yet is direct debit. So key in the amount direct debit. Direct debit also do not have details, so just put 1520. Okay, the amount. And next, the next amount has been slashed. 2970 has been slashed. Do not take that one because it's already been slashed. The same goes to 1160. The next that's not been slashed is bank charges. Bank charges. Okay, the amount is 106. The next is check. Okay, since the check has details, so you must put the details in your adjusted bank account because it will make your life easier when we do the referencing letter. Okay, so put the details and the amount is 1,200. The next also checks, but the amount is different. The amount different. No, the detail is different. 83026, and the amount is 1500. And the next is check again. Okay, the check number is 8023. Okay, 27272727, and the amount is 2030. Okay, and last one is standing instructions. You can just put SI because the same as standing instructions, and the amount is 1130. So those are the items from debit side of your bank statement that has not been slashed. Has been slashed because meaning that it's not the same with the bank account, So we put on the credit side of adjusted bank account. Do not bother with the dates, yeah, because of course the date in the bank statement will be different from the dates in our bank account, since we do these bank reconciliations is on the date of the end of the month, so no need to bother with the date. Okay, now we transfer the items from the credit side of bank statement, the cash inflow, duit masuk in the bank statement, into the debit side of adjusted bank account. So, for example, this amount 75 has been slashed. So put this data, interest. Since the interest do not have any details, so just put the amount 75. And the next one is check cleared. Check cleared, and you have details. See the details? MBB 41651. Just to put the details, because it will make your life easier later on. You will see. Okay, next is the amount of credit transfer. Credit transfer, and the amount of the credit transfer is 940. Now done. Okay. Then leave it blank like this. Leave it like this. We go to the bank reconciliation statement. The bank reconciliation statement start with the data of the ending balance or the closing balance of as the bank statement. So the ending balance of the bank statement, you can see here at the end of it, the last number in the column of balance in your bank statement, the last number in the column of balance in your bank statement is 33579. So put here any column, is up to you. So put the amount of ending balance 33579 there. And after you get the data of ending balance of bank statement, you need to close your bank statement. Do not look at your bank statement anymore. Okay, you need to stop looking at the bank statement, because we need the data from the bank account, not the bank statement. Okay, now let's have a look. What are the data has not been recorded by us? Sorry, what has been recorded by us but not recorded in the bank statement. So we the bank reconciliations, you add the money that has not been received by the bank, and then we need to less the money that has been issued by us, but the bank has not been recorded yet. Okay, first of all, we can add the what we call uncredited checks. We have uncredited checks of okay, in our bank account. So we need to look at the debit side of your bank account. So your uncredited checks, we have can you see there? You have from one is, and the check number is MBB 041651, right? Okay, and the amount of it is 2620. And another one is from Ishaq, whereby the CMB, the reference is CMB 10251, and the amount is 1890. Next is Nani T. Okay, and the amount is 1,500. And the last one, the uncredited checks by payment. I mean, the money we received from Joanna. Oops. Sorry. And the I forgot to write the reference number 07721. Okay, Nanity. The reference number I forgot. KFH 830026. Okay, 3421. 3420. Yes. Okay, make sure you have a few blanks rows down here. Okay, now we have ending balance of bank statement, and then we have uncredited checks. These are the checks that has not been cleared yet. Means that it's not appeared in the bank statement, but appeared, we have recorded in our bank account. Okay, next we look to the data on the credit side of bank account. Credit side means the amount you pay out. So some of it is unpresented to the bank. So so you can now find out what are the unpresented checks that has not been presented to the bank, but we already issued it. Okay, first is the check number that we do let's say, okay, Radi, yes, Radi, and the check number here is 830023, and the amount is 1205. Okay, just look for the unslashed, the one that has not been slashed yet. Okay. Okay, next is the check to Sarah Manis. Oops. Sarah Manis. Okay, and the check amount is the details. The detail is number 25, and the amount is 2125. And the last one is for JR Enterprise. Okay, and the check number for JR is 27, and the amount is 3020. Okay, once we transfer all of it, before we look into additional information that explain if there is any error, so we need to look any checks that actually belongs to last month or the prior months. Okay, we look here, the first check that we issue for the month of May is 830021. So any checks that we issued before means that 830020 or 830019 or 830018 or before that, it actually belongs to the last month, the prior months. So we would assume that particular checks has been reconciled last month. So any checks of before 830021 should be slashed out, will not be taken in our explanations. So let's have a look. The check number here does not 23 is still more than 21. So have a look of the checks. I found it, because this one, the check 830018. It is for prior months because it's less than 830021. So this one need to be slashed out or taken out from this amount. Okay, now I'm confused. Oops. Oh God. I think the format cell. Yeah, strike through. Okay. So it's gone. You will not take that into account of it because it's this for prior month. Okay. The other data belongs to this month. Okay. Next, then you need to identify any error or find out what are the additional informations that is all about. Okay. The additional informations from this particular exercise, it says that a payment to Nanity was recorded as received. Payment, bayar, right? A payment to Nanity was recorded as received. Something you bayar, tapi you record as penerimaan, duit terima. Bayar, tapi record as terima. So there is we call as principle, means that completely reversal, or from payment to become receipt and receipt become payment. So this particular error, the idea of it is to identify first who made the error. Okay. Here it says payment become received in the bank account. Means that the error was made by our staff, in the bank account. So you need to amend, adjust the record in the bank account. So it's not the wrong of bank. So the data in the bank statement must be taken out. So bukan salah bank, but salah kita. So go to the bank reconciliation statement in our answer. Okay. Look at for Nanity data, because Nanity is not bank error, but is book error. So you need to slash them out. Okay, go to format cell and strike through. Okay, so you taken out this one, Nanity, in the bank reconciliation statement, because bank reconciliation statement we adjust the error that has been made by the bank. Since this transaction is not an error by the bank, so it will not be taken, it will not be recorded in the adjusting figure of the bank statement. So now we go to the adjusted bank account, look for nullity data. So this 830026. Find out the details. 830026. It's here, right? So this one, okay, this amount has an error. So you put the name of error here, okay? So the error is actually complete reversal. Instead from payment to receipt, receipt by receipt become payment, payment become receipt, or receipt become payment. Both totally different. So this kind of error, you just double up the amount. You double the amount. So 1,500 would become, double them up, double it up, so it becomes 3,000. Okay, that kind of error. Okay, if payment become receipts or receipt become payment, the complete reversal error. Okay, next, the additional information saying that the check number MBB 41651, okay, wrongly recorded in the bank account. So who made the wrong? Who made the mistake? The bank or our staff? So it says here, in the bank account. So it is our staff error. So we need to adjust the figure to fix the amount, amend the amount in the adjusted bank account. So the bank statement records is not wrong. It's correct. It's not wrong. So you go to the bank reconciliation statement, the answer, okay, find out which data that contain MBB 041651. So I found it here. Okay. So the ACE number. Okay, this one is not the wrong of the bank, so you need to taken out it, strike through. You can delete the data. It's okay. Just but I would like just to slash them out, so for my reference later. So the MBB 041651 is actually the wrong has been made by, the mistake has been made by the bank account. So find out where the data here. So I found this one, MBB 41651. Okay, and again, if we look into the questions, it says here, with the amount of 2260 was wrongly recorded. This kind of error need a very thorough or very a time to think, okay, whether it is understated, terkurang, or overstated, terlebih tulis. Okay, so it's easy if you have a highlighter, okay, MBB 4165. Okay, the one which wrong data, the one of wrong amounts, you highlight them with the red color. Okay, for example, yes, put them in red. It's so annoying. Okay, let's say we have no, there's no any amount. Okay, but the correct one, okay, MBB here. The correct one, we put the, let's say we do blue. Okay, this is the correct one. This is the wrong one. So compare the wrong and the right. Okay. The red one, the red one is overstated, or the red one is understated. We must look at the wrong figure, the red one. Okay, so you can see that the wrong figure is more than the correct figure. The red is more than the blue, right? So if the red is more, so we call them as overstated. So when is overstated? Overstated means that you need to move the figure. Move the figure from credit side to the debit side. Move the figure. Okay. Move it. You can cross them out and write a new one. Okay. So check clear is an error. You move the figure. Okay. And you need to adjust the amount into the difference. Okay, the difference amount. So 2260. Okay. The original amount, the error amount is 2620, and you need to deduct with the correct amount, 2260. So you have 360 is the difference between the correct amount and the wrong amount. So the red deduct with the blue. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look for the next adjustment or the next error. Bank informed the check number 830027 has been wrongly recorded by the bank clerk. So it's clearly is the bank error. So the bank error should be adjusted in the bank statement. So it's still, if it's not the error made by our staff, so the data in our adjusted bank account should be cleared, should be crossed out. So 830027. Okay, 830027. This is the data. Okay, this is not error in the bank account. So you need to take them out, slash them out, or you can delete it. It's up to you. Okay, I cross them out. So this is not the account error in the bank account error. So taken out, and you need to adjust here. So 830027 here. Okay, to find out whether understated or overstated. Okay, let's again do the highlighting. Okay. 830027. It says here the bank account is the correct amount. So we colored them in blue. So 8307. In the bank statement, we colored in red, right? Red is wrong, blue is correct. Okay, look at the red one. The red one, okay, ask yourself whether the red one is understated, the less figure or more figure, less or more from the blue figure. It can be clearly seen here. The red is less than the blue one, right? So if understated, that you recorded less amount, so when we do the adjustment, we just change the amount, means that you can cross it. You change the amount, means that you cross the amount and write the difference figure, means that you deduct the error figure, the correct figure with the wrong figure. So 320, this is the correct one, and the wrong figure is 2030. Do not do anything, just adjust the figure. Okay, and then you can put here is a bank error. It's our notes. It is a bank error. It's not the book error. Okay. Now let's have a look. But the last adjustment, the last additional information. Bank also informed that the bank charges was wrongly debited to Terry. The charges is supposed to be imposed on Terry. It means you can clearly here say that the bank, the one who made the error. Okay, so it says here the charges. So we can say that, look, bank charges is actually on the 23 on the bank statement. We do not have in our bank account because this particular transaction has been mistakenly recorded by the bank. So in our bank account, so the bank charges here is not a mistake by our staff. So you need to take them out, yeah, because it's not our error. So take them out. You can delete it. It's up to you. Okay. Now the error is okay. There is no data here, right? Because it's not belong to our account. So you can see here, the bank charges is on the debit side. Means that the bank has wrongly taken out our money. So the bank need to return the money to us. Need to add the money back into our account. So this one, you need to put a bank error. Okay, bank error. Okay, you can write the bank charges because just for our reference. Oh, sorry. Bank charges. Okay, the bank charges amount is 106. Okay, because previously in the oops, what happened? Okay, format. Okay, all right. Okay, so 106 is actually in the bank statement. bank wrongly taken out our money. So the bank need to add back the money. Okay. Now, after you do all the adjustment, then now you need to find out the adjusted balance between the bank account and the bank statement. Okay, so here you need to sum up the amount. Okay, this is the amount. Okay, the same as we do our ledgers. Okay, from this one, okay, you need to have particular of adjusted balance of the adjusted bank account. Okay, now we deduct the amount of balancing figure with the remaining that we have not slashed yet. Now we have the adjusted balance of the bank, the adjusted bank account with, okay, it's 34675. Okay, now we calculate the total of add up. You cannot do this sum, dangerous. Okay, here add with this one, add this one. Okay, that is the total add, and you have the total less. Oops, sorry, wrong. Okay, let's find out what is the adjusted balance of the bank statement that we faced. Okay, the ending balance of bank statement that we get from printed or given bank statement, add with all the money should have been received, and deduct with the payment should be paid out. Then the amount, the adjusted balance, look here, the adjusted balance is the same. Can you see that? It's the same, you know. Three, 4, 6, 7, 5. 3, 4, 6, 7, 5. So that's it. That is how you do the bank reconciliation statement. So once the adjusted balance of bank statement and adjusted balance of bank account is the same, so you have explained why there is a difference previously. Just now we do because the ending balance of bank statement we have just now is 3357, and the ending balance of bank account is 40,000. So this difference has been cleared out, explained. When we have adjusted balance here of bank account, it is an adjusted balance of bank statement is the same. So actually there is no we have already explained why it's different. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you for watching.